Tonight we're gonna touch upon being and becoming and finding your dream woman or man, depending on what gender you're attracted to. It's interesting to me how we tend to put people on a pedestal and pine after a celebrity or somebody that we think is out of reach for us because we believe that they're more attractive or they have it together. And we stay in that disempowered victim mentality. Like, there's a thing that I want, but I'll never be able to have it. And I'm stuck. Why? Well, I don't know why, partly. It does take a lot of healing of the inner child to stop searching for love outside of ourselves and approval and validation and heal our attachment issues. And once we have done that work and we're not embodying that psychological imprint from childhood, but we realize that we are free to be whoever we want to be, and we can give ourselves all of the love, validation, approval, and uh, everything that we were seeking from the outside. Then we're in that space of newness and fresh energy. And hopefully, prior to that, we were still focusing on the qualities that we enjoy in other people and admire, and trying to develop those qualities inside of ourselves and bring them out. But once we have reached that state of no longer looking on the outside for these things, we stop exerting a lot of energy uselessly, and we can direct that energy within where everything is. The kingdom of heaven is within. And start creating ourselves, recreating ourselves into our own dream man or woman. And I should say man and woman because we have the masculine and the feminine inside. So we can develop qualities like courage and resilience, focus, determination, drive, which are masculine qualities. And we can develop feminine qualities like compassion, kindness, love, nurturance, intuition, vision. And life becomes really interesting because we realize it's a playground and it's a dream within a dream. And instead of going along with the dream that the Matrix is having us buy, we can take what we want from it, but at the same time create our own dream. And your vision board can be comprised of anything and everything. When you think about what kind of character I want to be, for the people that play video games, I'm sure that will be easy for you to relate to. But you can start creating your avatar based on qualities that you already have about yourself that you like, and then focus on the things that you want to eradicate as certain habits and what do you want to replace them with. And you can think about people that you know and qualities in them that you admire. You can also think about fictional characters from books and movies and come up with, like qualities that you admire about them that you want to develop inside of yourself. And you can also think about actual people, living or dead, that you admire and qualities that you like about them that you can develop. And hi, guys. So basically, you're developing, like think of it as like an inner garden or a vision board that's comprised of many different elements. And a lot of times when we go to develop these qualities, let's say you want to be more courageous, you can think about it, you can affirm about it, you can, be inspired by people that are courageous. But ultimately, the test will be when you're given a situation where you can exhibit courage. And whether you do or don't, it's going to show whether you've really developed courage or not. Think of it like the Cowardly Lion and The Wizard of Oz, you know, how they start without certain qualities, and it's the journey that helps them develop them, the quest. And that's what knights did, you know, like they would go on a quest and overcome obstacles to prove that they're worthy for the princess. Um, so when you look at it like that, all of a sudden life becomes like a dream, like a game. And there are these challenges that you have to overcome. But these challenges, once you overcome them, which most of it is psychological, uh, then they turn into blessings and unlock certain qualities in you. So, you know, for example, with courage, let's say, for example, that you are working a job that it's no longer inspirational for you, you've outgrown it, and you are inspired by somebody who's traveling the world and following their passion. Do you have the courage to do that? Quit your job and follow your passion and try. And then, even if you fail, you're going to learn something and you're going to feel better because you actually tried. Or you can start doing it and realize, wow, I want to do something else. And that is the journey of the adventure. And if we are told that growing up, that life is an adventure and that there are these basic framework, this basic framework of the dream, the collective dream. But if there are certain parts about it that we don't like, we're free to change them by dreaming our own dream. Then it becomes like, oh, wait a minute. There's this thing in the collective dream that I don't like. So, how can I dream it differently and change it and present it? And maybe I'll get more people on board with my idea. And that's where it becomes really interesting because you realize that your energy, everything is energy, and you can start to play with materializing things that you wish to see instead of fighting um, against the things that you don't want to see. And this is where we learn to use energy efficiently. Because if, you know, I want this great man and I dream him up, but I'm constantly repeating that all the good men are taken, or a man like that doesn't exist, or there's no way that there's a person like that and they're gonna want me, then I'm going like counterproductive to what I'm wanting, right? So the thing is to dream the thing that you want and to believe in it instead of focusing on the thing that you're not wanting, where a lot of people waste so much energy of focusing on the things that they don't want and like and fighting against them. And that is the proverbial windmill fight. Uh, but the visionaries leave the whole flock and go out in the wilderness by themselves and create this whole new thing and come back and present it. And then everybody else all of a sudden looks over here. It's like, how'd you do that? It's like, well, it's really simple. Instead of focusing on what everybody else is focusing, I focus on the solution of the problem and believed it's possible and created it. And now I'm living it. And here, if you want, you can have it too. And it's a thought pattern. And it's magical. And that's how all inventions come into being. And that's how records are set. And we have these exceptional people that defy barriers because they don't see a limitation, they see way above it and have really wide scope and they believe, oh yeah, I can do that. And if that's not a reason enough to be excited about being alive, I don't know what is. It's a waste of energy to play victim and martyr. And it's so much more productive to go for your dreams, to expand. And Tony, my screen is black because it symbolizes the void where I like to take people into. And also, I'm laying in bed and I think better in darkness. So it's working out for me that way. So yeah, go into the void and see what you find there. And think of it not as this dark, scary place, but as this place full of infinite possibility and opportunity to materialize the thing that you're passionate about and to come back with something entirely new and fun and exciting and exhilarating and adventurous.